Now let us look at the skeuomorphic style of design. Again, we will use our favorite search engine and look for skeuomorphic web design. As usual, Google throws up a lot of options, and we will take one of them and see what it has to show. The first picture that we see is a very good example of skeuomorphic design. So the idea was to show the headline of this particular article, but as you see, it has tried to mimic something which will be written in a diary, or maybe a leather diary, with stitching. This does not serve any other purpose but to just mimic the real world scenario of a heading which is surrounded by some leather and some stitching. It does not have any place in a screen, but still it looks good with shadows and gradients and shadows of in the text, and as you see, these lines which actually are reminiscent of design which you can see from the print era. So let us get into this example. See, here what we see is a mimicry of actual paper which is put on another paper which is on a canvas kind of background. So there is no use of this other than to just show a mimicry of a real life paper and something printed on it. Similar thing comes over here, which has significantly more details and attempts to mimic the real life. You can even see a circling with faded out areas which do not serve any purpose on the screen but looks good. Actually, it looks really good. And you see the mention of Apple Inc., which is the biggest promoter of skeuomorphism. Now I think you get the general idea, and you can go through all of them and see to what lengths people have gone to actually mimic what you see in real life and put them on the screen. It looks really good, but once you start using it, you kind of start overlooking it and it loses its value. And as you can see, it's not very easy to develop these kind of design styles, because you will have to get the proper gradient, the proper shadows, the exact stitching styles, and you have to completely mimic what is there in real life. Otherwise it will look really tacky, and unless you do the good job over the whole of the website in mimicking exactly how it will be in real life, it will not give a good feeling. So it will take a long time to design such stuff. It looks good. Initially it looks really good, but over a period of time it loses its appeal and people start realizing that it doesn't serve any real purpose. So that's why it's going out of fashion, or it is being criticized. You are encouraged to go through the other websites that the Google search has thrown up to see more examples of skeuomorphism.